Hey guys, it's Cologeno, and welcome back to another episode of Agrarian Skies 2. So my goal for this episode, I think, is I'm going to go ahead and try to get my Cobble gen going, and also my smeltery. If you guys haven't worked with the smeltery in the past, basically what it does is it doubles your ores. So let's go ahead and knock down the rest of these. I need a total of 18 string to make my sieve. The thing about this mod pack I really enjoy is the fact that you don't have to do everything in order, but if you do, it really not only helps you get through the quest, but it also helps you kind of learn the mods. So in my previous playthroughs, when I've tried to beat this, I've kind of jumped around a little bit, and I know I've done that a little bit. The beginning of the mod, beginning of the quest, a lot of sky blocks, like I said in my other episode, it is very much about a lot of grind. So there's going to be some grinding again today, and during that grind I will probably impart more of my priceless knowledge on everybody. Also, I forgot to mention in my first video, there is a link in the description for the mod pack. I play this one on the Curse client. I know some people don't like the Curse client. I personally love it. I also use the Feed the Beast client. I like them both. Main reason I like Feed the Beast, really honestly, is there's some mod packs that are not available on Curse that are available on Feed the Beast. So it is available on both. If you don't like Curse, you can always just get the Feed the Beast. I'm going to hang on to these. I'm not going to make these into a mesh. So I've got that, both of those links in my description for the video. I did it in the first video too, I just forgot to mention it. Alright, let's get the quest book open here. And what I'm working on right now is this particular, the Sifting Forever. So what I need to make here is an oak sieve, and then I've got a choice of either the Crossbow of Sorrow or the writing pick. Personally, I like to get the writing pick because the Crossbow of Sorrow requires special ammunition that you can't make right away. I don't believe with your standard crafting tool station. So let's go ahead and make this real quick. I believe this is... I've made these sieves so many times. I should know this by heart. There we go. And let's go ahead and drop that. And then I think the next thing I need to do is get some miniature stones. Miniature stones are going to be obtained through sifting through some dirt. So let's sift the dirt I have in my inventory here. I think I'm going to need to get the rest that's over by the tree. You kind of need to start off with a total of 24 of the miniature stones. 4 makes a cobble, and you really need... Let's see what we got here. We got 14. You really need to start off, you need to make your furnace. And this one, on this particular mod pack, you can do a... I'll grab all but one here. You can do a slab furnace, which you can use cobblestone slabs for. Alright, let's sift the rest of these. Also, when you sift, you have a chance of getting different kinds of seeds. And one of the seeds that I really always love to get early if I can is the rubber tree seed, which we didn't get yet. Alright, how many did we get? We got 28. That's enough to get us our slab furnace. Let's go ahead and grab our reward real quick. Alright, we're going to pick that. Now let's make my furnace, because I think I'm going to do that and start cooking up this aluminum ore right away. Slab, and I'm going to take these cobbles and put them back into cobblestone, and you'll see in a second why I'm doing that. Throw that up there, and let's put a little bit of fuel in there. Our aluminum. Now I'm going to grab my reward. Grab that writing pick. Alright, let's see what we got in our reward bag. A watering can. Awesome. Now we have 2. You can never have too many watering cans. The nice thing about the watering can that I just got is it looks like it's already got water in it. That's even better. So before I run and start my other process here, I'll show you guys how to fill a watering can normally, and I'm sure that you guys have already seen it, but I want to show you real quick. Turn this. So basically your watering can works just like bone meal. It doesn't work quite as quick as bone meal. You right click to start it, and you have to have it off to the side. So, oh, I forgot. Being old, I love coffee, so I need to get a sip of coffee while I'm growing this tree. And this is a pretty decent sized tree. I'm also going to go ahead and infest this one too. Got enough saplings right now to kind of get me through. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to swim up this waterfall because I want to get this water. I just need to get a couple of these glass bottles filled with water. And the source block is on top, but it's enclosed by a slab. So we're going to get up here. And might take a little bit of water damage before I pop through, but I should survive it. Might be close. Let's see here. Come on. There we go. Just enough to get through. I'm not sure if I mentioned the other nice thing about the silkworms is that you can actually cook them for food, and the frying pan will do that. Let's fill up a couple of water bottles here. And now we're going to work on, let's go ahead and make this axe that I've been avoiding making. Now I know I can just use a regular stick to make this. I do prefer to make the actual tool rod. I don't know, and you guys can tell me in the description if I'm right or wrong. I think that it helps with modifiers and whatnot to make the actual tool rod. I know for some of the weapons, you know, if you make it out of paper, it allows you to have another writable, or allows you to have more enhancements on it and different things like that. So go ahead and chop this down. And I'm going to leave enough up there in the leaves so they don't start to despawn on me, so they can all get infested. I'm just going to make 2 water barrels. Hopefully I've got enough to do that. Alright, cool. I still got 10 left there. So let's make these water barrels real quick. And as usual, one of the issues with every Minecraft game I've ever played is inventory. Alright, let's just drop this right here. And I'll just show you guys real quick. The reason I like to do the water bottles is I can actually fill that up. 2 of those will get me what I need for my water source. Let's go ahead and make some more here. I kind of like to have 4 of them, so let's see if I got enough to make 4. Let's go throw these 4 down. Or 3. I'm gonna see here. Alright, that's gonna invest. And let me just set up for my little 4x4 area here so I can get my endless water supply up and running. going to drop some stuff off, take a quick sleep. So while I'm kind of working on all this, my wife's birthday is coming up this weekend. So yesterday we went out and we invested in a halfway decent camera. Excited about that because I'm gonna put the full one in there so I can show you guys how to fill it. I'm gonna be doing some vlogging once I kind of get up and running, and I'm kind of hoping to get her involved a little bit. She has a passion for photography. She's got a great eye for it. Our plans are for her to actually go out. She's done a ton of great photography on her phone, and if any of you guys know, phone images look great when you're looking at them on the web and when you're looking at them in real small, but eventually she'd like to maybe sell some prints, and it's not the greatest looking when you take those prints and try to enlarge them. They get all pixelized, and so that's a little bit of background on what's going on in my world. Let's go ahead and make this endless water supply. I'm going to show you guys, I'm sure you all know this one, but let's do this real quick. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to fill this water can. So now I got an empty water can, they got the water source, and if you run back over it, it is now full. Alright guys, I am going to go ahead and pause for a little bit, do a little bit of grinding, and hopefully when I come back we'll have our cobble gen and the beginning of our smeltery. I'll be right back. Oh, and before I go, I forgot to actually show you guys. I'm not sure how bad this cut's going to be, so it probably looks like I jumped across the screen. Let's go back in here. I'm going to go ahead, because I did the compost barrel and I've already made the cobble, I've completed this quest. And now, the next one I'm going to work on, I want to do fishing, because it kind of, this one's up and ready to go. So I'm going to make a fishing rod and fish over that particular spot. And then I'm also going to get the clay up and running so I can get my porcelain clay. So let me work on those things, and I will be back and kind of just give you an update of my progress. Alright, be right back. Alright guys, actually I'm going to do a few of these quests here real quick just to show you. I'm sure you guys know this already, but I'm going to show you. Next quest I'm working on is called Hammer Time. I've made the basic hammer, and now I'm going to pound this into some gravel. Alright, do this in my action bar so I can see it right away. Now it's going to tell me we need to make it into sand. And then I believe dust is next. Yep, I'm going to make dust. Alright. And I'm going to choose clay. One of the reasons is I already have a rainmaker. I don't know if you saw that in one of my other quests. And then this will actually help me complete another quest, which is the this one. So I didn't make clay. I think I can just submit it. Let's look here. Sometimes you have to make it. It'll require you to make it. Let's just see. I think I can just do manual detect. There you go. And I can choose between bone or porcelain clay. Since I've already got the, I don't really need the bone, I'm going to go ahead and get this porcelain clay. Claim that reward. And next, I think I'm going to work on, lumberjack is nice to get up and running. We're going to do a clay bucket. I've already got the clay, so I can do that. And then it's going to want me to make a crucible, so let's go down this road. Make the bucket. What I really need to do is start making some more storage. So let me fire this in here. There is a quest that is pretty valuable for getting some storage up and running, which I will do that shortly. For now, let's just make a couple of chests. I'm gonna go ahead and make 3. And I'm gonna drop them. I think I said this in my first video. This room I kind of like to make my storage room. Go ahead and get everything moved over. And spoiler alert, you may have noticed we've got some animal eggs. I found out the hard way that the jaded one really likes to mess with people. All of the animals, the peaceful mobs, are not peaceful in this particular mod pack. They're aggressive. Every once in a while one will spawn that's peaceful, but the majority of the time they're very aggressive and they'll come after you. And like I said, I learned the hard way because I think I had some grass area that was far enough away that it could spawn in, and I was in my house, and this chicken came running out of nowhere and bit the crap out of me. So, alright, let's see what else I got to do for this next progression. And I think that's all we got to do is make that. So I'm going to go ahead and claim my reward. I'm going to leave this clay out for now. The smeltery needs clay to make the blocks for it. So what does it say for next? Porcelain clay. And this is another one of those where I already have 7 porcelain clay, but it's actually requiring me to make it. So I gotta make it. And I'll hang on to the clay for that reason. Alright, so I've made it. Should be able to claim that. And now I'm going to make my crucible. So this is the part of the mod pack that's kind of nice. It's basically giving us a heads up. Porcelain clay can only be used for crucibles as far as I know. Let's just make sure. Let me hit the use button here. Well, I can make the precious dolls out of it, so let's just make 1 crucible for now. The advantage of having 2 is it makes your lava come a little bit quicker. Alright, make that, and we'll get ready to fire this bad boy up. And this is, once again, part of that progression to making that cobble gen. So once I get this up and running, I can go ahead and I'm going to throw a tree down here. I need to make at least 1 torch. And I think I have wood. I might probably put it in. There we go. Put it in here. Yeah, there we go. What I'm going to do, I'm burn these slabs up. Take that back. I already have some wood in there, so let's just go make at least 4 torches. Here's my crucible. Let's see. I think the next thing I need to do is actually get the lava. And for this one, it doesn't really, I've never tried it. I've always used the lava bucket with the porcelain or bucket, and the reason that I do is that the porcelain it goes away. So when you make it into a lava bucket, you do end up losing it. So should have enough for make me a couple of torches. The torch I need basically so I can have a heat source for this crucible. I'm just going to drop it up here for now. Initially when I play on this, I don't worry too much about lighting up everything, mainly because I'm usually pretty close. It's probably not a bad idea to get up top and light that area up above. Here's my cobble. Where the water source is up there, it's probably not a bad idea. So basically 4 cobbles will get us enough lava. I'm going to do 5. I really should have only done 4. Anyways, 4 of them will give you enough lava to get started. But since I'm going to be pretty close to having it up and running as soon as those melt. So let's go ahead and I'm going to pause again, let all this stuff melt down, and I'll kind of show you the cobble gen that I like to start. Oh, looks like I'm hungry too. So the one I like to use, pretty basic to start with. So let me go ahead and pause, and I'll be back when I'm ready to make that cobble gen. All right, so here we go. We are going to go ahead and get our cobble gen up and running. So let me go ahead and put the water in first. And this is just your basic setup. This goes way back to vanilla. We got the water, so when the lava hits it, it'll pour right into this. Now watch what happens to this lava bucket when I use it. It just completely goes away. But that will also complete one of our other quests. No, it won't. I forgot to have it detected. So we'll go ahead and we'll throw some more cobble in there and make another one. Not that hard to do once we get the cobble gen up and running. And we're gonna go ahead and I like to move the get this out of the way here. This needs 3. I like to move this over the lava for 2 reasons. One, it helps that from happening. And if you look at it, it says that my melting speed is 1 times. So if it's over that, it actually doubles the amount of the melting time. So now that we have this cobble gen, it's going to allow us to get through a lot more of these other quests. It'll get through to like the hand grinding quest. We can get that done. The water from air. This one, for some reason, I always kind of blow it off. I don't know why. The next one I really want to get done is the stone chopper for the lumberjack, and that way you can just kind of set it up one tree. I know some people that do this will do a whole tree farm and get them up and running, and I will do that eventually, but I kind of like to try to get through a lot of this stuff here as much as possible. And if you guys notice, I really haven't touched anything else. Sky Farm, I kind of leave that alone. What I'd like to do this time on my playthrough is just to kind of show you guys it's all that farming stuff that you need to know. I kind of want to get an area pretty well built up before I get into farming, get kind of a large farm area if possible. The next thing I'm going to build and work on is our mob farm, and I'm just going to start out with your basic mob farm. I know you guys have probably seen a ton of them. I think I showed this to you guys the other day, but let me show it to you again real quick. Where are my books? I think I left them downstairs. Let me grab this book. If you've never made a mod farm before, this particular guidebook has I'm going to go right through it. Talks about early food. Like I said, this is a great piece of information that you can do. It shows you all the different cobble setups. I'm going to automate pretty soon. There is a quest to get me to make a cobble generator, which I don't use that much. So they've got quite a bit of stuff in here about transfer nodes. Here's some mob farms. This one right here is the one I'm going to start with. I always start off with this one. Pretty straightforward. You can make it with wood or slabs. It doesn't really matter. Eventually I'll get to this one. But I always start with this one just to kind of get me through it. One of the reasons I like doing this one is, and I may be wrong, but it seems like I never get any Endermen at this particular mob farm. And if you just go through this book, it'll actually show you exactly how to make them. Pretty straightforward. The larger one grinds mobs like crazy, so you can get a ton of drops. Once we get that one up and running, I believe I've got the mods to do some experience catching and different things like that. So, but we're going to call this a day. Let's make this the end of episode 2. Next episode, our goal is to get the smeltery up and running and get that mob farm going. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Leave a like if you like what you see. Don't forget you can always subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next episode. All right. Bye-bye.